all alone, far from home. You don't have to feel alone. You're brave and strong. Together we will be. Alright, it's our destiny.
It's over already? And why is the atmosphere so heavy? Does this mean Mika won?
Anybody feel the electricity in the air? The overload. Anybody feels the overload in the air? Or swirl in the background? How do swirl to be swirling?
You took your time. I'm assuming it was a close call.
Not even a little bit. It was a complete slam dunk.
You sound way too relaxed for someone who just fought in the semifinals. Bet it was a walk in the park, huh?
Yes. Ours was as far from a close call as you could get. All it took was a few short, sharp strikes for Blitzara and I to be beaten by Hania.
Which is annoying, cause when we fight Hania in a couple of seconds, she's no stronger than the other dude that was acting like an asshole.
Huh?
What? You think this is funny? Am I a joke to you?
We can save the world if we try.
Far from it, Hania. I know full well how serious you are about all this, from your ironclad determination to annihilate an entire species. How would I ever dare mock you?
Amico, every second sentence you say sounds like you're mocking someone. I mean, it's personality at this point.
That said, if you continue down this path and find that it leads somewhere quite different from what you had hoped, what will become of that ironclad determination then? I look forward to finding out.
Yes, learn from the more experienced 500-year-old Kitsune.
That's not your concern.
500-year-old Kitsune there.
Running away so soon?
Coward.
Miss Yai lost the match, but why is Hania the one who seemed upset?
She looked like she's shaking in her boots.
The situation gets
Miko
more
must have got under the
interesting
skin.
with each development.
And used Electro.
Blitzara injured Pyro 1 soon after the match started, and Hania was clearly quite distressed. I simply pointed out that she's still deceiving herself, and her defenses began breaking down. She's more fragile than I'd imagined.
Deceiving herself?
You mean
Defenses.
Hania isn't as heartless as she tries to make herself out to be? So she does care about Pyro 1, but she didn't mean to show it in front of you.
Yeah, she probably hates us, Paimon. Another one to the list. Let me just write her down. Should I write her down, Paimon? I mean, we got a couple of people that hates us with a burning passion. We need to convert them by using the talk no jutsu, but sometimes it doesn't work. Didn't work with Senora. She turned to ash before we could try. Scaramouche is also on there, but I mean, I don't think we're the reason for him doing a heel face turn. I'm just saying.
Right answer. Now's our chance to get through to her. You, my little friends, are the only ones who can get her back onto the right path.
But Hania's long gone now. Where should we look for her?
Well, right now, I'm sure she must be wondering what it is that has made her suddenly start doubting herself after all this time.
Probably us.
The answer lies with the three of you.
Thought so.
I'm sure you all know where she's gone to.
Alright. Paimon, Layla, and me.
The place where I first met the traveler in Paimon? Good point.
When Wally was just doing a leg by leg jog around you.
Back home with her, that Hania's mood suddenly changed. Well, let's catch up with Hania and set
I feel sorry for Blitzara's species of fungi. They look like they ice cream shaped cones, and they also look like they're in pain because they do not have any method of moving except for spinning the bottom of their body in a very fast direction.
Dealing with. Leave it to them this time.
That's true. And if I said something that struck a nerve again, I'd only make things worse. Plus, you guys move pretty fast. If I tag along, I'd probably need to stop and gather my strength every 10 minutes.
Come on, think better of yourself here.
What are you waiting for, little one?
Paimon's floating away. Paimon's floating away. This is the everything we've dug up so far. Let's take a look to see what you think.
Oh, my, you've been busier than I thought.
Yes, we have, 5-year-old Kitsune woman.
In return, I give you a blessing from me. Good luck.
Bonk!
I'll share my thoughts the next time we meet.
Is that a horny bonk or the truly horny bonk? I mean, I wasn't quite being DJ. I don't understand. Why are you bonking me, amigo? That's not a blessing. It's a curse. Alright. Oh, you're sending me back here. If first fucking thing activates again, I'll be pissed. So whenever you get into a certain radius around Sumura City, they're like, yeah, this you forget you have a quest, eh? You forget you have a quest. I don't care about your damn quests. What the fuck? Okay, Layla's done. It's just Anya and we're done. Yay! Maybe there will be time for me to just do a quick
She'll be around here somewhere.
element search.
One follows her everywhere. We should be able to track her down through its elemental traces. Search the area with elemental
How did you find me here?
You're more predictable than you think.
Follow Pyro One's tracks. We're a little worried about you. Wait a second. Are you comforting Pyro One?
Oh, she don't care about Pyro 1. But,
The irony, I know. And I'd probably be
Oh,
enjoying
thought
it
you
if
did
Pyro
something
One were
about
any
it.
other animal than a fungi.
Are we saying that Rishball tigers are worse than the fungi? Think about that a second. Rishball tigers are worse than the fungi. Are you gonna be real with me on that, Hania?
The next time we meet will be in the finals. Whatever you have to say, save it for if you beat me.
We want to obviously fungi differently.
The Fox Lady said you might say that. You're pure of heart, kind, and believe the best in things. You wouldn't understand if I tried to explain. So here, read this.
Merchant log, expedition number 39, day 10 of the fungi invasion. Thankfully, we've come across this group of farmers in a nearby area. They seem to be trapped here by aggressive fungi too, and have set up a temporary camp. The farmers brought sufficient provisions and medicinal herbs and almost saved us all. But there were still several people who didn't make it. Am I emotional enough for this? But the fungi surrounding this area are increasing in number, and they're still in that berserk state. We can't leave just yet, at least not before the fungi are gone. If they ever leave, looks like we'll be staying for a good while. Merchant log, expedition number 39, day 42 of the fungi invasion. I never thought that I could become trapped by a bunch of fungi for so long. You clearly underestimated them, alright? I still can't see any hope of getting away from this place. Rabib took his axe and made an attempt to fight the fungi, but was stopped by the other farmers. Everyone knows that none of us are going to last long without the leader of the farmers around. But if circumstances are enough to make calmest and most composed farmer lose his cool, I can only imagine what the others feel. Everyone must be feeling pretty frustrated by now. The Satyun peaches we picked from nearby areas and the remaining provisions are gonna last a few more weeks. Following the farm's suggestions, we have started looking for suitable seeds to grow our own food, and the camp needs an expansion. We have to make plans for the long term. Might eventually have to turn this place into a small village. Village full of fungi victims? How absurd. Hopefully we'll manage to keep ourselves from starving to death before the crops mature.
These are my ancestors' records. They were attacked by a horde of fungi.
And after that they resorted to
Many
cannibalism.
people were seriously injured.
Prove me wrong.
There was nothing exceptional about this incident at the time, and it certainly never made it into any official records. But my family have been reading it to me since I was a child, constantly warning me of the grave threat that fungi pose to us.
Yes, totally. Totally. Great threat. That little ice cream butt plug over there. Pyro ice cream butt plug. Totally. Big threat. Look at him. I don't know about you, man. Maybe these people are just weak. Maybe the people who died were just weak. I'm just saying.
That's what happened. Oh, no wonder you're so hostile towards fungi.
Sure. Can I just holler at the two of you, right? Her parents were not the ones who died from the fungi. But so I don't quite understand why you're so emotional about it. And if any of her ancestors were a part of that so-called mission, that so-called trap village, fungi village, then I don't know. Something. I mean, it's not like she was in the situation. So I don't know why I was so emotional about this. I refuse.
Anyway, doesn't your family's experience make this tournament all the more meaningful? The Wisdom Orb finally means that humans and fungi can live in peace together.
Sure. But what if it's not, though?
It's not as simple as turning bad fungi into nice fungi with the Wisdom Orb. Plenty of scholars have experimented with similar things in my village in the past, but every one of them failed, gave up, and moved on. Even this new Wisdom Orb can only suppress the fungi's aggressive nature temporarily. Without this device, they're still extremely dangerous creatures.
Bold assumption to make. Yeah, let me switch mine off quickly. Bonga, do you feel like killing her right now? No. Well, he's still a jolly old butt plug.
On top of that, the orb's intellectual boost makes the fungi unnaturally strong. Too much elemental energy in one place is not a good idea, especially for people in poor shape already. If you've got a sensitive constitution and you start using a Wisdom Orb, you're gonna start experiencing symptoms pretty quickly. So
you're telling me Layla's narcolepsy is getting worse? I don't understand how it could get any worse. How does it make sense? Like permanent sleepwalking? She knows what she's doing, but she's sleeping and she's talking and she's walking. It's like being awake but being asleep, like that Rick and Morty episode where they were awake in their sleep and then they will force themselves to sleep awake. It's a conundrum because when the sleeping versions sleep, they're awake, but when the awake versions sleep, they're awake. It's yeah. Let's just not get into that conversation. Unnaturally strong.
Wait, Layla's been coughing a lot lately. Could that be because of the Wisdom Orb?
Well, it's not like Twirly Whirly asked to be caught.
As you'll be well aware by now, all Caltilia cares about is his precious research. He just wants to expand his influence and increase the profile of the Beast Tamer event. Meanwhile, Alhingen's taking advantage of the situation. Impressed by Cautilia's research, he invested a huge sum into promoting the tournament, consequently lowering everyone's guard against the fungi.
Look, if anybody wanted cash, they would square up and go fight ley lions like I do, okay? 60 million more. Give me enough time, I'll show you that cash.
I don't trust either of them.
He didn't even show us that cash.
I don't believe highly aggressive creatures like the fungi can coexist with humans. But I'm just another retired mercenary, so who's gonna listen to me? All I can do is play by their rules until victory is mine.
Victory will be mine.
The outcome I'm hoping for, and keep them from getting their way.
Look, Kania, it's great to have dreams, man, but don't overreach, alright? Don't overreach. It's great to have dreams. Not all dreams come true in here, alright? So take a deep breath in, meditate a little. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I initially had a sliver of hope that you might help me in my endeavors. Guess that was pretty naive of me. But it doesn't matter what you think about all this, or what you think of me. I'm going to beat you, and then there will be nothing you can do to stop me.
You sound like an evil villain announcing their evil plan. Unfortunately, you're also standing next to the very thing that you hate, so I can't take you seriously, especially since the thing you hate so much, that is supposedly the big baddie that you say we are to believe, looks like a fruit stick. Look, it looks like a fruit stick, but like, dude, I don't know what you're trying to say here.
This notebook is just a relic from my past now. Do whatever you want with it. Because come the day of the final, I'm going to declare the execution of all fungi, including Pyro 1.
Pyro 1 looking at this bitch like, you, I dare you to touch me, bro. Come at me. I'm burning that asshole. The butt plug gonna burn her asshole. Yep.
It's time to say goodbye to the past.
Pyro and prepare to burn that asshole.
That didn't go as planned. Well, there's only one option left. We gotta defeat Hania in the final match!
At least we know how she really feels.
Didn't Hania mention something
Can we
about
read the
other
book?
researchers
Can
in
we
the
read the
past
book?
trying to stop
Can
the
we read the
damage
book?
caused by fungi too? There should be
Merchant Log Expedition number 39, day 7 of the investigation. The researchers seem to be planning to use some kind of capturing device to control the aggressive fungi. The code name for the device is a string of complicated terminology. They also included a license approval from the academia. In addition, they're preparing something called the Weathering Potion to suppress the fungi's activity, making them easier to control. The Weathering Potion also came with complex notes and official approval from academia. Anyways, I'll record the information down for now. Scribble, 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 scribble. The bottom half of the page is filled with complex terms and comments. It's not that hard to infer that whoever wrote them down did by copying the researchers' notes word for word under a dim light. Merchant Log Expedition number 39, day 13 of the investigation. We failed again. We failed again. The research. When we returned to the village, 2 seriously wounded mercenaries insisted on quitting. Before going to bed, I heard the lead researcher arguing with a few subordinates. The one of them tried to convince the lead researcher to give up on the Weathering Potion, saying that they have gotten its function wrong from the very beginning. The outcome contradicted their expectations and could very well lead to their deaths. Another subordinate was yelling curses at an unfamiliar person. Judging from the details of the argument, seems like someone has made a grave mistake. Is he making a pun? Considering there's a bunch of people dying to fungi? Is he making a pun? It's kind of insensitive pun, dude. They're here to settle this mess. But upon witnessing the state of things, they start planning to drop everything and run. Something doesn't feel right, but I still need more evidence to make sure.
These look like research notes. Guess Hania's ancestors kept them after the scholars left.
Keyword, ancestors. I don't know what she's so held up about when it comes to the... I don't know what she's so held up
This
about.
section looks super complicated. The handwriting is really bad, and there are too many technical terms. Paimon can't make heads or tails of this. Wait, some of these look familiar though. Oh, that's right. We saw them on the documents Dory gave us.
Let's try putting everything together.
All right, let's put them...
Contents compiled after combining the clues. The device remnants and remains of the files that Dory gave you contain the same license of approval as the device recorded in the notes has. Evidently, these devices were considered technologically identical by the academia. Simply from the formula for the floral jelly shares many basic ingredients and medicinal principles with the Weathering Potion from the notes. So, you're telling me that the weathering is just more drugs? Everything in Sumuru is drugs. Put a picture of Tainari there. Everything in Sumuru is drugs. Rishbal tigers, the Sam thumpers, the food, the Angela Nakanuts, Nahida, all drugs. You smoke them, you get high. At this point, it can be thoroughly deduced that the remnants of the instruments at the organizer of the Yellow Power Cup Beast Tamers tournament attempted to destroy utilized technology outcomes of the capturing device, and the floral jelly drugs can be deemed as an upgrade of the Weathering Potion with enhanced safety that can trigger a temporary boost to the activity of fungi that can gain some special powers while being activated. So, enhanced drugs as well. Everything in Sumuru is drugs. Everything.
A capturing device and a withering potion?
You see that tree over there? Drugs. That floating baby over there? Drugs. That shrumbo over there? Drugs. The device used to capture the fungi made them calm and unapproachable. But the Weathering Potion made them go berserk.
So that's how it went down. The fungi only attacked Hania's ancestors because of what that potion did to them. And then the researchers built that device to try and capture the angry fungi. Also, if Florky's basically giving someone
Yo,
else's
guys,
invention
I
a new
get it.
name and power,
I get it.
Cotilla
I
is so
get it.
eager to
I
defeat
get it.
these
You don't need to
invincible
tell me what I just figured out now, man. This is my second time going through this shit.
Maybe he wants to finish the work started by scholars that went before him. But more likely, he just wants to take credit for other people's work.
We gotta warn Elhingen. As for Hania, she has no idea that the fungi only attacked her ancestors because they were under the potion's influence. No wonder she holds it against them.
Bongo Head is not amused. Bongo Head is cutting off.
Oh, don't worry, Bongo Head. Paimon knows you're not gonna turn evil because of some floral jelly. You stay
Drugs?
very
You mean
good,
drugs?
even after we turned off the wisdom orb.
The wisdom orb too is drugs. Bongo Head 2 is drugs.
You can understand what
You know the powder that you make to ascend Nahida?
murder.
How do you think Nahida takes it? She's been cutting that powder up like... I feel smarter now. And Nahida be fighting in the spiral of burst, be like... Plump, plimp, plump, and Nahida's on drugs with stuffy everywhere. Standing next to Lumine looking at Nahida's eyes big in her head.
Since when? Does that mean Bongo Head is hanging out with us by choice right now?
He's had a good experience with us so far.
See?
Alright, we get it, Paimon. We get it. I'm done listening to everybody.
The wisdom orb has its
I've had a few comments on videos where people are like, yeah, listening to everything is more annoying than playing the game and having the bosses be one, like the story bosses be one it kills. I get it.
Yeah.
But I would like to get to my final 2 battles. So we can get the plot twist, the reveal, and then be done.
True. Whatever else happens.
Unfathomable defenses.
She does care about Pyro 1. But she didn't mean to show it in front of you.
Yeah, she probably hates us, Paimon. Another one to the list. Let me just write her down. Should I write her down, Paimon? I mean, we got a couple of people that hates us with a burning passion. We need to convert them by using the talk no jutsu, but sometimes it doesn't work. Didn't work with Senora. She turned to ash before we could try.